Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bulletproof Underwear, episode number 30. Woo! The dirty 30.
My son's asking who I'm talking to.
I turned the light on.
A couple of buttholes. Do it again, Flex. There you go. All right. This is episode 30 of Bulletproof Underwear. I am your co-host, Yam Juice.
And I am your other co-host, Flex.
And with us here this evening, we have none other than the awesomeness that is Kentucky's own WILLI Shot U. Whee!
Hey.
Got to keep the clapping down to a minimum or I'll turn the light on.
Turn the light.
Yeah, turn it off. You got to turn it back on.
Be like a power outage.
Smack it.
I clapped too fast.
Spank it.
Huh?
There we go.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
You have to get rid of that thing for Bulletproof Underwear. So what you got to say for yourself, WILLI Shot U?
Not much. I just thought it'd be cool to put that light like in the bathroom when your wife's taking a shower. You can just screw with her. I'll just keep clapping and turning the light on and off.
How about other sounds? Like if somebody knocks or something like that, does it turn off?
But what's that? Say it again.
Do other sounds make it turn off? Like if you knocked on the door or something?
Yeah, if you can like walk up by it, snap your fingers. You can if you have people knock on the door and turn it on.
Well,
what about dogs barking?
No, dogs barking doesn't do it.
No. I was going to say that shit would be like a strobe light in my house.
You got a noisy dog?
I've got 2 miniature dachshunds, and they keep us safe by keeping all the squirrels and all that rabbits and stuff out of our yard.
I love those things. They're so cute.
Yeah.
Little
Got a lot of
weenies.
health problems, though.
I heard they have bad backs sometimes.
Yeah, it's dwarfism. It's how they were, their genetics. They're dwarfs, so they have all the same medical issues that little people would have. So,
okay.
Legs and backs and arms and all that good stuff.
They like to be called little dogs.
Yeah, little dogs.
Well, we have a Chihuahua who's anything but little. On the Chihuahua scale, she's a giant. She's fat. What the hell is that noise? It sounds like an elephant.
It was me.
What you doing there? You got a whoopee cushion in your seat, or?
I'm getting my recording straightened out.
Okay. Are you recording?
Hang on. Did you hear it?
I heard that. Yeah. It does sound
I
like
got
an
a new
elephant.
one. I got a new one. So I got a story to tell you. We were at my mother-in-law's house for my wife's birthday last Sunday, and it's a joke. She's an unbelievable cook, but she makes the best lasagna you have ever eaten. And family was over there, and we're all making fun because it's like every time we're over there, the smoke detector goes off. So we're sitting there, and the smoke detector went off. And I went over there and waved it and got it to quiet down. But I thought, I'll go download. I bet there's a smoke detector app for your phone. So I found one, and I hit it. And my son came in, and the way it reflects it through the whole house, it doesn't sound like it's coming from your phone. So I'm holding this in, and I'm telling my son to go wave the smoke detector. He goes, Dad, he ran all over the house. He couldn't find it. And we laughed and laughed. It was hysterical. But here it is. Hang on.
Oh, geez.
You hear that? And it's weird because it sounds like it's coming from down the hallway. Bizarre.
Oh wow! So I gotta get that. That would be too fun. Just annoy the shit out of people.
It's the little things. So
I used to have an app that would make a little laugh.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear that again.
I got a box here.
I'd pity the fool too. Don't be messing with Mr. T.
So I was talking to Blackstaff on Skype, and I said, "Man, Blackstaff, check your mic. I can't hear you." And realized that I had the wrong headset on. I mean, I got this for the computer, and this is my PS3, and this is my Xbox. I had my Xbox headset on.
Oh my God, you're brimming with headphones.
Well, what do you guys
too.
use the same headphones and everything?
No. I use different headphones on each and everything. Like I'm looking at 3 headphones right now, and I got my buds on right now.
Yeah, I got Sony's for my PS3. I got Turtle Beach's wireless for my main Xbox and wired ones for my secondary.
Yeah.
I had wired ones on my primary out here in the family room, and then the kid almost pulled the Xbox off the top of the internet.
Yeah, you can have some mishaps with that shit. So
Yeah.
That's why I like being on my desk here. Everything's just compacted and piled up all over my desk, and cords stay out of the way, and it's not tying up a family TV.
Right,
Yeah.
the cords are down there, but they're just like it's okay. They're down there with all the other cords for computers and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where mine is.
So you've got your PlayStation right next to the Xbox?
I got my Xbox down below the table or my desk, and then my PS3 is right here, simply because there's just no room under there for both. I'll probably build a little shelf or something. But the only thing I have to do now is just change the HDMI port on my TV whenever I switch back and forth.
Oh,
Right.
You can buy this. You can buy this little
get a
HDMI switcher.
a switcher
but
or a splitter or whatever the hell it is.
It
Yeah.
takes a second just to switch it.
So how you be liking that PS3?
Really good guys. Well, there's good guys on the Xbox side too, but there's good guys over there, and they it's tough. I'm not gonna say it's tougher. It's more different because they strictly play random lobbies, where the Xbox we have our own server, and the only thing I really miss on the PS3 is the voice, party chat.
Right, the party
oh,
chat.
yeah.
But and then the other struggle has been the controller. So I bought an adapter for you can use the Xbox controller on the PS3. The only thing it doesn't change is your top buttons, or it's like your Xbox you use these,
The
but on
triggers and the bumpers.
PS3s use the buttons.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and
The
that adapter
bumpers.
doesn't change that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't even have my Xbox or my PS3 controller up here. I don't even know where it is.
Even
So-
Xbox on it.
But
Well, you know
Anyway.
what? You just have to get used to it. It's like once you get used to the small controller in your hand, okay, you know the triggers are here, and the big controller in your hand, you know the triggers are there. It's like the first couple of seconds picking it up, it feels weird, but you get
Well-
kind of back into it.
the one thing that I couldn't do with it was spot. And in Battlefield 3, you want to spot things. You spot vehicles, and you spot snipers in the hills. And I couldn't reach the spot button on my PS3 controller. I guess maybe because my hands are so big. I don't know.
I don't know why
So-
you say that. It's like right there. It's like right there. I mean, boom, boom, boom.
I couldn't do it.
I could.
Now, what throws me off is like the D-pad, okay? Because you're right.
Sorry,
thumb-
my family's. Hang on a minute, guys.
Call Grandma right now.
Call grandma right now. But
Call
my
grandma.
Hang up.
sorry
No,
priorities.
Okay.
My
Well, the one thing that's weird is the D-pad is in a completely different place, so you have to get used
Yeah.
to that. Because the Xbox over here is where you have the controller, and then the D-pad is down, and PlayStation the D-pad is
Yeah.
up. So that's weird.
That is a little hard to deal with.
I gotta look at it now. I gotta look at it. I don't even know where my PS3 controller is. Oh, there it is.
Get a pink one or a white one so you can find it easy.
Yeah. Well,
Besides, you look like a kind of guy who would have a pink controller.
I could roll with that.
They had a pink controller at the GameStop here where I live, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I was going to get it for Paige, but
Who was that? Who was that? Enforcer was looking for one for his wife, a pink controller, wasn't he?
Yeah, I would use a pink controller. They're kind of cool. I mean, it's like, you know, I'm a big tough badass, and I'll shoot your ass with a pink controller.
It's a big day around here. My son got accepted to Morehead State University. So yeah, we're pretty proud of him. He sent out a bunch of applications and got his first acceptance today. It wasn't exactly the school he wanted, but it's a good school. He wants the University of Kentucky. Problem is that's going to be a hell of a lot more tuition, but we'll see what happens.
Does he know what he wants to do? And you know,
it changes. At first, he's really close to animals. Always has been. So he's always wanted to be a vet. So he was going to go into veterinary sciences. Well, then it changed to being a teacher. Now he's thinking about going into some kind of health, maybe nursing or something in there. He thinks he would like that. And plus, we saw an article that the health industry, like nursing, they're just they need nurses bad, and they make great money, terrible hours, but he thinks he'd like to do it. Or
well,
maybe
you know,
some kind
young.
of like occupational therapy or something.
So is he 17?
17, and he's a senior. Big kid. He's about 6'3" and a half.
wish I was
wow.
17. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he play any sports?
No, he's into his music and his books. He loves to read and loves movies and loves to draw, loves to write. He's a good writer and loves the game. But now he's played, you know, and he likes sports. He just doesn't want to play organized sports. So I'm not going to force him.
Yeah.
All right. So he plays video games.
Yeah.
How come he's not on my friends list?
He plays lots of zombies and he likes the lollipop. What was it? A lollipop?
Chainsaw.
Lollipop Chainsaw.
Live Chainsaw.
Does he like all kinds of different zombie games?
Love zombies.
Has he tried the Black Ops 2 zombies? I haven't even looked at it.
He has it, but he doesn't like it as well as the older Black Ops or the older zombies.
I liked it on World at War. I thought that was about the best.
I think that was his favorite. Yeah.
And then when they went to Black Ops, I didn't really care for it.
And most of the guys you talk to that play all the zombie games, that was their favorite game to play it on.
Yeah.
Well, there's you know, the zombie people are very serious. Some of them are very, very, very serious about their zombies.
Yeah.
It's like they buy the game not because of multiplayer, but for the zombies.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a friend it's in my motorcycle club. He's the one who actually turned me on to the Xbox first. He strictly plays zombies. So, and he's good too, real good. He's like top of the leaderboard and in the country and zombies and.
Jeez. Right.
But he goes in and he tries to help these kids that are jumping into his lobby and finally just says if he wants to get rid of people, like if he has jerks in his lobby, he'll kite them. You know what kiting is? What he'll do is he'll just keep running in a circle to get all the zombies just to follow him in a big circle, and then he'll run through the kid who's being a jerk on his team and run by him, so all the zombies just take him out.
Well, I have seen it played before, and that's what they do. They run around in circles, and the zombies are chasing them.
Yeah. And his tagline is "Kill him or kite him." So, kiting. It's a new. I don't know if you heard the term.
I haven't heard it before.
Speaking of zombies, are you into that Walking Dead show?
No, I've always just started watching. I think we made the video threads like last year or maybe a few months ago, and I was just starting to get into all the zombie movies and stuff at our motorcycle club, and I wanted to watch a show. I just never seemed to catch it.
Well, it's on Netflix. You can get the first 2 seasons on Netflix. It's awesome.
Okay.
You got to try it out. It's kind of very realistic. Like, what would it be like if there actually was a zombie, outbreak? It's like
An apocalypse.
a true apocalypse. The freeways are jammed full of cars. Because everybody's trying to get the hell out, and of course, nobody can move, so the cars are all abandoned. And then some of them, there's corpses in them because the zombies have got them.
Yeah.
It's like they're just trying to survive. Every day is a gift. That you're still alive.
Yeah.
I got to catch that show. I've never seen it.
Well, Bejewel has been getting on my case. She wants to play Left 4 Dead.
Oh, that's my son bought it and it freaked him out. He traded it back in. And he loves all that shit, but he said that movie really freaked him out.
Left 4 Dead or Left 4 Dead 2 EM?
Either one. They're both good. So she was just asking me last night, can you find your Left 4 Dead discs in case we want to play? And I said, okay, I'll look for them right now.
No, I can't find it. I've been looking all. I think it's back in my cave.
Somebody better call Grandma.
You're mid-argument. My son's not listening. But what teenager does?
Yeah, right. Well, he'll realize as he gets old. It's like somebody said, as I get older, I realize my dad gets smarter as I get older.
Yeah. I don't know if I ever said that.
But I think it's mostly true. I mean, you realize your dad isn't the buffoon that you thought he was.
Yeah.
He actually does some sort of know some things.
Yeah, I guess I could say that. My dad died when I was he died when he was 60. And but my parents they're deaf, they're hearing impaired.
Oh.
And sorry. All right, stand by.
That'll be the tagline when we advertise this on the forum. You've got to call Grandma.
It's got to be the tagline.
That'll be the thing. Everybody tease Willie. He's not here right now. So next time you see Willie, you've got to call Grandma.
I'm back.
And he's back.
He was playing zombies.
You better put a phone in his hand and hit the speed dial. Jesus.
Anyway, what were you saying? Something about zombies.
We're talking about zombies, all kinds of zombie stuff. Are you ready for the zombie apocalypse when it happens?
I think so.
Loaded shotguns, plenty of rations.
Nothing's loaded. I got a story though. When we bought this house, there's a room downstairs. We always call it the secret room. Big, thick, heavy door, and almost like a military or a safe-looking type lock on it. Very heavy-duty lock and latch. And we had decided to buy the house, and still had yet to see that room. So we hired an inspector to come in and do the house inspection. And I told the inspector, I said, I really want to see that room. He goes, it's locked. We can't get in there. We got to call the homeowner. So I said, well, I want to see it. I just bought the house. So called him. He came out, opened it up, and it looked like a military. It was an arsenal. But this guy was part of a the government security team they would send out across the world whenever they needed dignitaries escorted, or if they had small outbreaks they needed taken care of, or just whatever the government needed. But this room, he probably had couple hundred guns. He had racks all lined up, and all his military camouflage, all the uniforms, all on a
Wow.
on a rod all the way down. There's a whole bunch of them, and had reloaders over on one side where he reloaded all of his own shells, and just I was blown away.
Far
Did they
And,
come with the house? Did you get the guns?
No, but they were an awesome couple, and they were downsizing to a smaller house. He had always wanted to own a goat. That's the only reason they were moving. He always wanted to own a goat, and he couldn't do it at this house. So they bought a small farm, smaller house, and so they had to get rid of a lot of their furniture. And they would call us up and say, "Hey, why don't you guys come over and go shopping?" So we'd come over to the house, and anything we picked out, they sold to us for dirt cheap. Oh, really good furniture. But good house. We like it.
Wow. So did he get his goat?
He got his goat. Yeah.
I don't even want to know what the hell he's going to do with that goat. I think this is a family show.
I like to have a goat. It'd be fun.
Well, what would,
Might-
you,
might-
what would be
they're-
the
they're
attraction of having a
whistle.
goat?
They're a nuisance.
I don't know.
They pester you.
I'd like to have one. After my son moves out, I'm going to need a goat to cut the grass.
Did you buy your new router?
Yeah.
Did you buy a new
No.
router?
No, I didn't buy a new router.
I'm always having to buy new routers. It seems like they only last about 8 months.
They do.
Yeah.
The damn things don't last a year hardly.
I don't know what the hell.
Well, ours are, we look at our phones, you can see it just connecting and disconnecting. Although everything on our computers and games are fine, just seems like it's the wireless part that's acting stupid.
Yeah.
So, have you got your game consoles hardwired or are you Wi-Fi?
Hardwired.
The only way to go, baby. The only way to go.
I got freaking cables everywhere in this room.
Well, you
I
want
have
to do
the-
everything you can to eliminate lag, and you still
Yeah.
get lag, but you want as little of it as you can get.
Yeah. What I have is I have a 4-port router, and I have my Xbox and my PlayStation plugged in the router, and then the third port is going out to a 36-port switch, and that's what everything else is
36
just plugged.
ports?
Yeah, it's huge.
Oh my God! What
Got
are
it
you,
free.
Are you running a business in there?
No, it's we have a I'm in property management, and so tenants just leave shit behind. So I just found it, took it home, and it worked. So I just use it.
I thought maybe you had like
Stuff is
32
long.
things that you had to have connected or something.
There's a lot of shit plugged. Well, I called my parents or my mom. My dad's passed away, but I call my mom through a video phone. So there's one, and then we have my son's Xbox and his computer and my wife's computer, and everything else is all plugged into it. So
when your
lots of
son
stuff.
is playing on his console, does it interfere with? Do you get lag when you play on yours too?
No. The only time I really get lag is when he's on YouTube or when he's downloading on his PC. Then it's pretty. You get a lot of running in place and that kind of stuff.
I'll tell you what would give him lots of lag is a Skype call. I don't know if you ever saw
yeah.
the network bandwidth of a Skype call, but it uses
yeah.
almost all your bandwidth.
Bandwidth intensive.
Yeah, I'm sure he's over there running in place. He's right next to me in his room on his zombies.
Well, some games it's actually an advantage to have lag. It's like I know
Yeah.
that-
Well, look
this
at
is-
Blake. Look at how well Blake does.
Oh,
I mean, he's like, what is that? Like, if we're playing Call of Duty, he's like 1 bar,
He's
2
got
bars.
one red
top.
bar,
Yeah.
and you can't kill him.
He's red barring and you can't kill him.
and the guy is just good at every game he plays. But he's a
He is
blast
good.
to have in the lobby. He's a super nice guy.
He's awesome in Battlefield too.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of good guys over there. It's you have some guys that are really progressing well through their game and they're getting really good, and you have other guys that are kind of struggling, and the better guys are helping the younger guys out, like Silent Pain, who is
He's a beast.
he's a freak of nature, but he'll run around with a torch or an EOD bot,
Yeah.
or defibs, and just run around, but he still goes positive and does well.
Well, he's a straight up beast. He's just got the eye-hand
Yeah.
coordination. He's just
Yeah.
he's a monster.
But he's just a super nice guy.
I played
So-
I played on the opposite team from him on a clan op back in the Modern Warfare 3 days. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, yeah, he is.
Yeah, I rendered a few videos for him where he went, what did he go? 45 and like,
he's ungodly.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
but he's playing with us just about every night. He got a new job. He's working at Best Buy, and he's one of their Geek Squad guys. But he wants to do like a sniper school on a Saturday, like
Tate was doing?
like Tatey, except on the battlefield side, and show those guys how to
Sniper
improve their
school.
game.
Saturday morning sniper school. Yeah. See, I had a little mini sniper school going for a little while, and what's his name? AO. He's now AO Kansas. Kansas. It's funny. One time,
Yeah.
Kansas, attributed, my little sniper school for his success, which is funny because I can't snipe.
Yeah.
And Kansas got to be like, pretty beastly at it.
Oh, yeah.
Just goes to show you can teach something. Those who know, do. Those who can't teach.
Yeah. I actually played one game or one evening with all those guys with Kansas. I don't know. I can't remember all the guys in there. Kansas, Enforcer.
Dan,
Four.
Who?
Fast
Then-
Four.
uh,
Hokey. I bet
Hokey. There's a bunch of them. I played one night, and I guess at that, I don't know. I just realized I just don't enjoy the game anymore. I don't know, but nothing against it. I'll still hop in and play every once in a while.
Well,
and,
you were in our monkey turd list the other night.
yeah,
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 it was fun. Thanks for dropping in. Well, I
Yeah.
understand, because I tried Battlefield on the PlayStation and the Xbox, and it just didn't do it for me. I mean, it's like everybody's got their cup of tea,
yeah. You can't. Battlefield isn't a game you can just drop in and try. You pretty much have to stick with it for a good week to really understand it and enjoy it for what it's worth.
you got to invest some time in it.
I had Battlefield 2 for over a year, and my buddy kept bugging me to pop it in, and I'd pop it in and get picked off, after running for 15 minutes by a sniper that I never saw, but then I picked up Battlefield 3 and start playing it, and understood, how to keep from doing that, and you have spawn locations and spawn beacons, and you can't. It's not a run and gun, and you got to get that mentality out of your brain. It's a run and gun, because you run a gun, you're actually going to get shot by a sniper that's on a crane that's a half mile away.
So it's not run and gun. It is. Well, how would you describe it?
It is a very tactical, strategic game. And the nice thing about it, it doesn't matter what you like. There's something for you. If you do like being a ground pounder, you can stay on the ground. If you like to fly choppers, if you like to drive tanks, if you however you want to play it.
If you like to load a Jeep with C4.
Yeah, that's Flex's.
His
Flex is
trademark,
good
the
at that.
Jihad Jeep.
Jihad Jeep.
So what's your
But,
style? What do you like to do?
It changes. When I'm looking for points and I want to score well and do whatever, I stick to the ground, and I go from flag to flag to flag. And everybody knows me, I guess, on the Xbox side for being the leaving presence anywhere, the mines for the tanks. That's probably my favorite part, because all of a sudden you'll be running along and your whole screen will just fill full of all these accolades from kills and equipment destroys, and I just love it. Just loving how that random pop up, and he found my mine, and you'll hear, "Damn it, Willie!" But I don't know. There's Battlefield 3 has tons of assignments that you work on, and So really, like right now, I'm trying to fly more jets and to get my jet points and jet assignments done. And but some of the maps you don't have jets, so I'll be either a ground pounder or I'll fly in a helicopter for a bit to try to rank that up, or earn. The longer you play in a vehicle, you progress and you earn.
You get unlocks.
Unlocks. So.
Yeah,
anyway,
like heat seekers and stuff like that, don't you?
All that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
All kinds of cool shit.
But
it's equivalent to challenges in Call of Duty. You're trying to unlock stuff and earn points for doing this or doing that.
Yeah.
The first time I played Black Ops 2, I went to the chopper on the one map and tried to get in it. Man, so I'm like sitting there trying to hop in it, and somebody shoots me, and I'm like, "Oh shit, this ain't Battlefield."
Yeah.
Yeah.
but Endgame is coming up in I think March, and that is coming out with motorcycles. Oh, right now we have quads. You can ride quads, and they came out with Armored Kill expansion pack. And then now we're going to have motorcycles in Endgame, so that'll be fun.
Well, the question is, are they hogs?
I don't know. I don't give a shit. They're cool as hell to ride. Man, you get on one of those, you can take some massive points and flags. And T-Mac is just he does struggle with shooting, getting kills and stuff. But man, he is a flag whore. He just goes from flag to flag to flag, and he's always ranked up there in the leaderboards. It's just, and he'll have one or two kills and 7 or 8 deaths, but man, he'll have the most points. And that's what I love about Battlefield is you are, by playing the objective, that's who's going to win the game.
PTFO, baby.
PTFO. So. I don't know.
That's the only way I've ever won at those games is the objective games, man. Even Call of Duty, I mean, it's like, look at me in Call of Duty. It's like the only way I ever end up at the top of the leaderboard is if we're playing Dom or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, one thing is, Flex, when you play, you usually get more confirms and denies than you get kills.
Yeah.
A lot of people get more kills than they get confirms and denies. Because you're running around hoovering up all those tags.
Yep, I'm tag whore.
Now
I was a tag whore.
Lately, I've been on a team deathmatch binge. I actually I hate playing objective game modes against people who are not playing the objective. It drives me crazy playing a game where the people are just trying to kill and take advantage of the people who are playing the objective. And, it's like, okay, fuck that. I'll just play team deathmatch. There's no kill whoring in team deathmatch. That's what the name of the game is.
Yeah.
Now Battlefield has team deathmatch in it too, right?
It has team deathmatch, squad deathmatch where you have 4 teams. It has close quarters deathmatch, which is typically the smaller, quicker paced games. The Call of Duty type games. So there's several different modes. Yeah.
So
but we've been
you
playing.
don't have to fly choppers and tanks. You can just run and shoot each other if you want.
Well, I don't know if there's any vehicles.
Not on the close quarters, there isn't. I don't think.
Not in close quarters.
Team deathmatch. I can't imagine that they have it in team deathmatch.
I'm trying to think.
I don't know. I don't think they do. I think why do I think there is, but I just can't think of any offhand. But for some reason, I thought, yeah, there is, and I can't remember the name of the map. But there are some games that there might be one LAV or something in it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember for sure.
Yeah. But
Rockstar, Breakfast of Champions.
Yeah. But we've been playing I had taken our map rotation in Battlefield and rotated, so it's Conquest, Team Deathmatch, Conquest. Conquest is like domination, and so I rotate it, and that way people can get their assignments done for their weapons. It's hard to get weapon assignments done in a Conquest game because there aren't, on our small ticket games, there aren't a lot of kills to be made. So I threw in some Team Deathmatch. But,
why do you have small ticket games? I thought everybody liked them big ticket.
Well, it depends on who you ask. I mean, a lot of people like those big ticket, those 500, 1,000 ticket games. Some people like 50, but we set ours at like 50 or 60. And I think for the most part, since most of us are only on from like 8 p.m. Eastern to about 11 p.m. Eastern, it's just nice having those quick games to be. I mean, if we were maybe a Saturday night, we might jump out and go into a bigger ticket game, but it's just no fun with randoms. But when we have full control over our server, I don't know, it just seems to work out best. Some people like the bigger ticket games.
Now, so when you're playing with the Xbox guys, are you usually playing all of your friends against randoms? Or are you playing your friends on one side and your friends on the other side?
No, we keep our server like at 10 to 12 people. Sometimes we'll bump it up to like 16, especially if there's a lot of people rolling in, I'll hop out and bump up the server limit. But we usually keep it 10 to 12. So there's about 8 to 10 of us that join in the evenings. So we might have a couple randoms, maybe one on each side, a couple on each side. But they're smaller scale. On the PS3, they're playing in big ticket games with 32 people plus.
And they're playing against randoms usually.
All randoms, yeah. And over there, you since there's no party chat, you can only talk to people in your squad. So what Shiz and Denjoga and Fett, what they'll do is create a squad within the menu, invite people to that squad, and then we'll go into the game together so we can stay. But if you do end up split up, you can go into the game, in any game, and create your own squad and invite your friends to that squad.
Oh, so, and then you can communicate with each other.
Then we can talk to each other, yeah.
Squad.
Now, I heard just today, the specs, they were talking about the specs that have been confirmed for the new PlayStation 4. Interestingly, of course, it's going to have a really good graphics GPU. It's going to have, 8 gigs of memory, blah, 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 good processor. Interestingly enough, it's going to have 2 Ethernet ports.
Why?
That's a good question. Like, why would it have 2 Ethernet ports?
One for gaming and one for entertainment.
Maybe there'll be maybe they'll implement a party chat feature in their network, because I think the memory, I think the PlayStation does not have as much memory as the Xbox does, and that's one of the reasons why PlayStation doesn't have the game chat or the party chat feature.
Doesn't have enough oomph to get it going.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because that is a drag. Because once you're used to that, it's hard to live without it.
Yeah, and I do notice the difference between the Xbox and PS3, and I haven't really said. I'll have to post about it, see if anybody has any ideas, but the Xbox is very smooth. The Battlefield 3 is very smooth. The gameplay, and there's no pixelizing, whatever. There's no very little lag, unless it's lag from my son being on YouTube or whatever. But on the PS3, it's really laggy and slow, and the graphics have a hard time keeping up. And this is a new PS3. It's not the game, so I got to look into that. Because when I put this in, I put in a splitter down there underneath my desk, or a little hub. But my Xbox and PS3 come out of it, so I don't know if it's some kind of a video setting that I need to ask the PS3 guys about or what.
Yeah, navigating the PS3's preferences menu is an interesting
Oh,
experience.
it's a whole new experience.
It's tons of and I
There's
like
all these settings. I don't even know what they do.
Yeah, well, that's the one thing I like about the PS3 over the Xbox. They're, each have pros and cons with me, but I love the PS3 dashboard and all the settings they have, and the way you can configure everything. There's a lot more. You're able to do a lot more with your PS3. And I haven't looked into the apps that you can download and all that yet on the PS3, but I just like the whole look of the PS3 dashboard, and that's pretty slick.
It's pretty cool.
Although the Xbox, the Xbox, it's keep it simple, stupid, and it's just very simple to navigate and very, click here to reset your network. It's just very simple. So.
Yeah. Well, it's like I was trying to watch a Blu-ray video, and it wasn't coming through in 1080p, or it wasn't coming in HD.
Yeah.
So it's like I was in there in the preferences trying to figure out, what am I doing wrong? It's like got so many settings that I don't know. Does it come with a manual? I don't remember mine coming with a manual.
Yeah. You have to. I think you have to set up your HDMI or your video settings to be automatic. It'll switch from 1080p to 720p or 720i or whatever.
Yeah.
It's the only Blu-ray that we have at our house, and I've only watched 2 Blu-ray movies on it. We're just not into Blu-rays.
Yeah, man, we aren't either.
It's like there's so many on-demand things that you can watch.
See, we don't do on-demand. We don't do any of the on-demand. We got rid of our Netflix, and we don't watch much TV.
Well, I hardly ever watch TV, but Ann watches it all the time.
Yeah.
When I do watch TV, it's usually Netflix or it's Comcast On Demand.
Yeah.
It's DVDs. Like I posted a thread just the other day, and a lot of people were responding to it. Like Blockbuster announced that they're closing 300 stores.
Yeah.
They're falling victim to Redbox and Netflix and Comcast On Demand, and it was like now you don't have to actually have a disc in your hand to watch. What you want to watch. You just
hang on just a minute, okay? Stand by.
Stand by,
turn this heat.
Man.
Don't sing.
Flag.
The Netflix and on demand has really killed physical.
And I'll tell you what, that Redbox is pretty popular. There's a Redbox at my 7-Eleven just down the street, and there's always people at that.
Yeah.
Redbox.
Well, my son, he gets those Redbox movies, and he had gotten the flu, and he had a couple movies that he didn't get back in time. Well, Redbox charged his account $80.
Wow.
For these 2 movies. So my wife called and complained, and they refunded him $20. So it still cost him $60.
Damn.
2 movies.
Well, see, I don't do Redbox. I've never even tried it, but you can rent games from it too.
Yeah, you can rent games from it now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the latest games, I'm sure that whatever the one that just came out most recently is probably on Redbox.
You turn my headset down a little bit. It's pretty loud.
It's not going to matter much longer if Sony and Microsoft have their way on used games, though.
Yeah, it's all going to be download from the virtual store.
Yeah.
So what do you do if you have a game, you bought a game, but you want to go over to your buddy's house who's got an Xbox or a PlayStation? You can't just take a disc anymore, because if you go over to his house, he doesn't have that game. You can't
download it, re-download it, or get it out of your cloud, or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
You're not going to get discs. I mean, there's going to have to be. They're going to get rid of them. It'll all be downloaded, just like Steam.
That's how Steam is. Yeah. I mean, you can buy a disc. You can buy a disc for a Steam game, but all you're buying is kind of an access unlock thing, and then you have to download it from the web.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
See,
there's
when
a console
when I
coming out.
what's that?
Steam is coming out with their own actual console. They're coming out with the
Yeah,
Steam box.
I heard about that.
It's probably going to be out in like sometime in the spring, upcoming very soon.
Yeah. Reminds me, I had a Sega Genesis back when I first got married. It's back in the late '80s, and our cable company had a deal where you could download. It was like, I don't know, $4 or $5 a month, and you could download any games you wanted. And it was just so glitchy and slow, and I ended up canceling it. But Sega kind of started all that. Back 25 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, they did. On the Dreamcast, they were the first ones to have a network connection, I think.
Yeah.
So, what was your very first online multiplayer game? I know it was a PC.
PC, and it was Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem.
Yeah.
Duke.
And I remember I had just gotten married. Or no, it was no, that was actually I got my first PC when my son was born, and he's 17. So Duke Nukem was out, and I didn't want to wake the baby. So when my buddy and I, he worked a second shift, and I remember going through the house and turning off all the ringers in the house as not to wake him up. Because the way you did it in Duke Nukem is you typed your buddy's phone number into the multiplayer box.
Yeah.
And click dial, and it would dial his phone out and connect to him, and you two would play. And so I'd go around and turn all the ringers off in the house. That way, when his computer called my computer, it wouldn't wake my wife up at 2 o'clock in the morning.
So, do you still have fond memories of Duke Nukem?
I can barely remember it. The only thing I remember were they're like little strippers on these concrete blocks. They would just sit there and dance.
Yeah.
And they were just kind of scattered throughout. Was that Duke Nukem? Yeah.
That was Duke, and then you'd shoot them, and they'd cough up money.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny.
So, do you remember any of his catchphrases?
No, I don't. I don't.
Let's see. It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, and I'm all out of gum. Yeah, the very first first person game I ever played was, of course, Doom.
Doom. I played Doom.
I was so impressed. With it. It's like, wow, this is amazing. Nowadays it looks pretty flaky.
Man. Yeah, that's retakens.
For all the years that I played with 3 to 4 guys, and it was the guy I worked with, his dad, and a cousin of theirs. But we played all those years on the PC, and we never went into public lobbies. We always played with cooperative games by ourselves. And when we would decide on a game, one of us would go buy it, and if we liked it, we'd burn copies for each of us, and we'd all pitch in and pay a third or a fourth of that game. And it was just the way it was, And back then there was 2 or 3 aisles in at Best Buy that had computer games. Now it's down to one little section.
Yep.
But
little aisle has got the PC stuff now.
Yeah, and I'm begging these guys to come play. Come to the console, and they're just hardcore PC. They will not switch. So
I can understand. I mean, once you get your mouse, going good, you don't want to pick up a clunky controller.
Yeah.
Everybody says that Battlefield is much better on the PC.
Oh yeah, I heard it's incredible on PC. No, Rock plays with a mouse on his PlayStation 3.
Right, yeah, they've got a converter doodad machine or something.
Yeah, but he's got a mouse, and then he has a joystick that he holds in his left hand, and that gives us his axis buttons, I guess.
Yep.
And that's how he plays.
That's kind of an advantage, don't you think?
here's the mouse I gamed with all those years. One of those trackball mouse.
Trackball. Yep.
Oh, you're a trackball guy.
That's all I ever gamed with. But
wow. And you haven't beat it up yet.
No, it's still holding strong. Logitech.
Check out my favorite mouse. Look how tiny this thing is.
Oh, yeah, the little laptop mouse.
That's a laptop mouse. It has a retractable cord, but you know what? I love it because it's just so tiny and it just is fingertip control.
Yeah.
My other computer has this big clunky thing, you know.
I just don't like to have to move when I can just roll my thumb.
Hold up your mouse there, Flex. Let's see that.
I got a regular crappy old Microsoft mouse.
Good old Microsoft. I used to have one of those like that. It had a ball in it, and you'd always have to clean it. You know, because it gets
this one's laser,
grimy stuff.
Oh yeah, they used to get all grimy.
Oh yeah, I mean it's like shit. What is all that? You have to go in there with tweezers.
Yeah.
Fur balls out.
Little fur balls on the little wheels. Oh yeah, and you have to rub the ball down with alcohol or something.
Oreo dust.
Yeah, Doritos, Mountain Dew, whatever.
Yeah, dust.
Yeah, my mouse pad is looking pretty shabby. I put drinks on it all the time, and it's got coffee stains, and it's got cigarette ashes all deeply ground into it. You know, playing
So
video games with a cigarette in your hand is a messy proposition.
Playing with what on your hand?
With a cigarette, you know, because you can.
Oh yeah.
You can hold the controller. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I do this sometimes. I'll be like smoking my cigarette, and I'll have the thing in there. You know, you can totally play. you can totally play and like. But you forget to check your ashes, and you're like got ashes all over your lap, and
if you go pick your nose, you're screwed. You stick a cigarette in your nose
or your eye.
Forget it's in your hand.
Glasses.
Good thing you got the glasses on.
Yeah.
So Willie, you're wearing glasses. Do you walk around in glasses or just use them?
No, these are my little readers because I can't see. Although my optometrist insists that I got perfect vision.
Well, you're over 40, so
yeah.
You know,
and I do. I have great vision unless I get into like up close, and especially if it's dark. Like if I'm in a restaurant, I break out my phone and use my light so I can see the menu.
Yeah. A couple of birthdays ago, we went to some restaurant, and I actually had forgotten my glasses. I left them at home, and it was really dark. One of those ones where there's candle thingies on the table.
Yeah.
And it was so fucking dark. It's like I cannot see anything on this menu.
Yeah.
I had to take the menu to the bathroom. I need some light. Anything.
What's that guy doing in the can with the menu?
We just discovered a new pizza place that delivers, and we're really digging it. They do pizzas and calzones, and we've been hitting them pretty heavy in the last 3 weeks.
We're stuck on Little Caesars. Can't beat that $5 deal.
Oh,
that's pizza.
Yeah, it's not bad pizza. It's not the best, but it's not bad, and it's cheap, and we can go get 3 pizzas for $15. And
yeah, my daughter's like, "Oh, that's so good." And I go, "Do you know they used to give you 2?"
Yeah.
What? I was like, "Yeah, that's why they call it pizza, because you used to get 2."
Yeah, it used to be 2. It's like you always got 2.
But, you know, their pizza's pretty decent. You got to try their pepperoni garlic bread. Oh my God, it is really good, really good. Got to try it.
You're making me hungry.
It's just like garlic bread with pepperoni and cheese, and then they give you the marinara, a cup of marinara. Oh, it is really good.
Oh, so Flex, do you eat pizza a lot?
I eat lots of pizza. I'm the pizzanator.
Pizzanator.
Flexinator is the pizza.
I could eat pizza every day. I could eat pizza every day.
I have in my life. There's stretches in my lifetime where I ate pizza every fucking day.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm the Will Rogers of pizza.
I'm talking like a day or two, man. I'm talking like weeks.
Wow. There were times when I lived by myself and I had pizza boxes stacked up to, waist high.
Yep. We did that too.
See, I went straight from my parents right to being married. I didn't have any times like that.
No in between time.
Well, those
the
were
Navy,
interesting times.
the Navy, but you couldn't have stacked pizza boxes there either.
No.
Well, if you check the officers, maybe they had it.
Yeah.
The perks of leadership.
You leave all them pizza boxes laying around, then you get all them white flies flying around them. And you'd be like, where'd all these bugs come from? And look at and it's like, oh shit, look at all them pizza boxes.
Yeah.
Well, I've been known to, keep not the be a little bit sloppy in the car, and it's like people eating their cars. And one time I got KFC chicken
geez.
and left the bones in the box, and somehow or another the box managed to find its way in the floorboard in the back seat, and it's like I discovered it, and it's like I saw what's this little white thing? And it was a squiggling maggot.
Oh.
And I opened up that box and it stunk like crazy, and there's maggots all in my KFC. Jesus. Probably put you off of KFC.
My wife went grocery shopping. It was the middle of summer, and it was about 2 or 3 days later. She come get me. She said her car just really just reeked, especially when the doors were shut and she come out from work.
Oh no!
We're searching through. There was a whole bag of 5-pound. I guess was that a 5-pound or 10-pound bag of potatoes that had slid underneath the seat.
Oh no!
And they were all rotten and mushy and soft. We sold that car probably a couple years later. And you could still smell that in the car when the windows were shut. Yeah.
Yeah, people don't realize them things are. I mean, potatoes are like the nastiest things.
Oh,
they get rotten.
Except
and you'd be looking around, going, "God, you're looking for something nasty."
Yeah.
And it'd be like a bag of potatoes laying there, and you'd be like, "How long it's been there, honey?"
Yeah.
Well, what's funny is before they start rotting like that, they start sprouting all these little things coming out of them. Gross.
Yeah.
It was too hot. It was in the middle of summer. Nothing was growing in that bag. Yeah, the other time she had saw on the internet that you can take a sock. She had a really sore neck. But if you take a sock, you fill it full of dry beans and tie the end, and you put it in the microwave.
Oh, yeah.
It turns into a hot pack. Well, she left it in there too long, and it burnt the beans. And that smell, that same thing, was just in our house for weeks. That burnt bean smell. You got to try it.
Beans, oh, yuck.
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh, they're pretty dry. I didn't know that they could be microwaved.
Yeah, slightly.
I guess there's a little bit of moisture in there.
You can microwave anything. I told a lady at work, it was a mistake. Her lock was frozen on her car. And I had saw on the internet, you take a towel and you wet it, you put it in the microwave, you take it outside, and you microwave for a minute or two, take it outside, put it on your lock, and it'll heat it up enough to thaw it out. Well, she didn't wet it down. So she threw this dry towel in a microwave, and it caught on fire in the building. And so we went over there because they had a fire alarm go off, and she had told us that she didn't wet it down. So
that's the advice you gave her.
Yeah.
Set your house on fire.
Yeah.
To undo your car lock.
Yeah. And then you get this.
Hey, have you ever tried microwaving stuff that you shouldn't microwave, like marshmallows? If you stick a marshmallow in there, it starts expanding. It gets enormous.
You ever microwave the CD?
Oh my God! No, I never did that. What does it do?
It's like sparks all over the place and stinks up the house.
Oh, you guys need to try is microwaving a whole egg.
Oh no!
Probably go boom.
Tried that before. Somebody tried that one on me before. Everybody out there, you try to Go ahead and microwave a whole egg in your microwave.
Yeah.
See what happens.
My mom used to bowl every couple days a week, and I'd go with her when I was homesick or whatever. And you go to the bowling alley, and the microwave inside the break room was always full of exploded packs of ketchup. Kids would throw them in there, shut the door, and hit 10 minutes and take off.
Boom. Oh, that does a number on them, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Microwave's been around a long time. It's like I remember first time I ever heard of it is one of my aunts. They're kind of well-to-do. They had radar range, and they were really proud of it.
They were called.
And this was back in the 70s. That was in the 70s.
I remember those.
The radar range. I remember
those. Didn't they have a lift handle? You had a handle, you had a lift on it?
It's it was like an appliance. I mean, it was serious. It had chrome. It was like the chrome like you'd see on a Harley or something. It's like, big and bold and solid, like an old Buick.
Like a caddy.
Fellas, I got to cut out.
Okay.
Wife got home a little while ago, and I haven't spent any time with her, and I'd like to get to know her a little bit.
Okay. Okay, but before you go, we got to get a promo out of you.
Yes, sir.
We got to get a promo. So, you're watching Bulletproof Underwear, episode number 30 with Yam and Flex, and I am Willie Shot U and all that good stuff. Say anything you want to say.
Okay.
Okay, we're ready.
Welcome to this week's Bulletproof. Start over.
Cut.
Welcome to this week's Bulletproof Underwear. I am Willie, your unspecial guest. That's it.
There you go.
Enjoy the show.
Enjoy the show. All right, very well done. Well, you know what that means. Okay, so all right, so we got to do an outro here. So thank you if you're still watching. You're a glutton. You're a glutton. You, the viewer out there, you're a glutton.
Sucker.
So thank you for watching this very special episode of Bulletproof Underwear number 30 with our super uber mega awesome guest, Willie Shot U. Yay! Don't
Yay!
talk too hard.
Thanks.
Here comes the light.
I'm your co-host, Yam Juice.
I am your co-host, Flex.
And I'm Willie.
It's time!
I can't get that close.
Something's there.
We'll try to figure out a way to digitally zoom in on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, Yam, I think I saw the top of your anus on that one.
Ooh. Well, is it clean?
That was way down there. You got a clean colon.
I got a clean colon. Yeah. You ever have a colonoscopy?
Yeah, my dad died of colon cancer, so I got to go every 2 years.
Oh, the night before and the
I'm
morning?
looking forward to one of them here in the next
Oh, they give you that stuff to drink?
Quick story before I go is the first time I had it done, I woke up that morning and I was starving because I hadn't eaten in 24 hours and thought I'd be miserable. And I was hungry, but I felt like I was 16 again. I just felt energetic, and just felt really light on my feet. And I felt like $1 million. Go to the doctor's office, get the colonoscopy done. Left. Mom asked me if I was hungry. We stopped at McDonald's. The instant I took a bite of that burger, I felt like shit again.
Oh no!
And oh man, it's cleansing and what's it called? You don't cleansing for a day,
cleansing fast
probably
or
good,
something,
and fasting. So anyway,
fasting.
That's my colonoscopy story.
Well, you don't eat for a day before, and you shit everything possible to shit.
Yeah,
it's like your insides are as clean as the day you were born.
And I felt like a newborn baby.
Yeah.
Thank you, jibber jabber.
All right, well, Willie, thanks for helping us out here. Tell all your friends. Yeah. Tell all your friends to watch.
Hey, I've got 4 or 5 guys lined up too. So
cool.
All right. Well, Willie is a special friend of the show. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me, guys. It's fun.
Right.